I'm Margaret Ann Windsor, and today the United States is sending more troops and equipment, etc., their military to Africa under the guise of helping in the Ebola virus outbreak. When in fact the United States, the Ebola and the AIDS was manufactured, genetically engineered deliberately here in the United States. Isn't it quite odd that they sent the victims, the aid workers from the United States, I believe there was four of them, right back to where the viruses were engineered, Center for Disease Control and Emory University. Now then, there's going to be hearings today in D.C., I understand, and the director's going to be there of the Center for Disease Control, and so is Mr. Brantley, who was one of the aides, the first one that was brought back to the Center for Disease Control, and Emory. How ironic they were brought back to where it all began, you know. So the United States government, that's an agency of this government, help engineer it, and if they did that, then I'm going to leave it to your imagination to know the other things they've done. Now they go in as friends to Africa, when the whole thing has been to take over global world control, the Illuminati, the New World Order, the Freemason, whatever, trilateral, Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bilderbergers, Kennedys, my own Uncle George VI and Elizabeth, Clintons, but probably all of the U.S. presidents, perhaps not Jimmy Carter, I hope not, were part of this global takeover, and it's in place. Obama even put it on video during the almost close of the government, or shut down the government last fall. And that I saw it when he made that statement, and then it was on video, YouTube. So it's all out there, but the thing that gets me is the British have been blamed for things they didn't do and killed, made to fight against their own interests. And now then, Scotland. All it takes is anybody looking around you and saying this friendship began when between Great Britain and the United States. Well, when they kidnapped me and took down my father, King Edward VIII, and a 99-year seal put on my birth in the illegal takedown. My father was married to American Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, born in Madison or Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. The whole thing was covered up. He didn't marry Wallace Simpson, the American spy. An imposter did, a look-alike. Became the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. And George VI is illegal. He helped in my kidnapping with the Illuminati. The Rockefellers, the one that control your press. So, you know, look around you. The sun never set on the British Empire. Where's the British Empire? The Americans have it. They also have the real monarch, Victoria II. Would you like to see how many ways you can decapitate somebody but leave the head on? You think this is a joke? April Fool Day, this is just one episode out of my life. I'd written a medical malpractice book about mind control. Larry McDonald, a congressman doctor, whose plane ironically went down August the 31st of 83, and I became a candidate to replace him and was flown to Larry Flint's because he had been shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia when I was doing the book in 78. And mind control was used in it to program the guy that shot him. And mind control has been used a lot, and it's global at this time. The United States is really one global dominance. So I guess I'm having trouble with my eyes, and I'm 75 years old. I'm Victoria II. My father's King Edward VIII, and history has left a void, nothing but a lie. And the people that stood me and all the hell that went on here, and they paid the price was the British, the UK, and Germans. And you let the Americans, people let the Americans come in. They're just a bunch of crooks and killers.